Tuesday and Thursday at school too, so I won't be like.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
People coming there taking out 5,000 cash, 6,000 cash, 7,000 cash.
3rd and 1.
A single mom with 4 kids got $7,000.
Jones. Oh, nice spin.
That brought back bad memories.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
At the 44-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 49-yard line.
Going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take it. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play call, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now it's Swift. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 2, here's first and goal. Looking to throw. Far. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play, fourth.
Whatever happened
with third and goal.
With
they'll run with Swift.
Michael or whatever.
He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Returnable here for Callaway. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And Lions will take over.
At
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Escapes the defender. And he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really didn't mind it, but
a
meal would be nice. So I really didn't mind it, but a meal would be nice.
Jones is hit. He lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You're the chef, so whatever I eat falls on you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
What? That's you.
They'll run it with Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Marquise Blair on the tackle.
Hurry up, Shania.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
5-yard line.
Second and 9 now. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for Packers touchdown. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is because we all know everyone is aiming for that number 1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's high? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoff?
It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 65 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Far. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. that spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Far. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
That toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that actually costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Far, eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw again. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Far. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, far, and it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 10 yards out, and the Lions have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Watson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we have reached, okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for... Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Far. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Good. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he gets this Across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Touchdown, Packers! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. He's at the 50. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
He's set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving in the field. And here he finds the open.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 3rd down, Farr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
Now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This is Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
This is caught. Watkins. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
1st down and goal to go.
Now Jones. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josiah DeGuara, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. on first down. Farr. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 65 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packers offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun again to Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 12 and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Again, it's Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it up and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
To throw on 3rd down. Far. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Brings up 2nd and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Takes it across the 40-yard line. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied.
Nothing's free. Nothing's free.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open on the left side. This is Valdes-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 4. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And Watson has it right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds who else? Watkins. And